The whole thing went really, really well.
And I just like
really,
totally
we killed that episode right up until then. Oh!
It was like, oh shit, that's my cue. So somebody said, what's shade? So, okay. So shade is, you know when you insult somebody, you're like, say Graham is a lady that I do not like. And I'm like, bitch ain't got no class. That's just an insult.
That's an insult.
That's
How
not
dare
shade.
you?
Hold on!
I know. I'm offended by this insult.
Okay. Now, what you could say, what's a shade, is just like, bitch is wearing a Hugo Boss blazer, because, you know, well, you wouldn't say bitch, but you'd say like, oh, Graham is wearing a Hugo Boss blazer because he thinks it looks good on him. That's shade,
Ooh.
right?
Ooh.
Like, it is a completely factual, neutrally presented statement that is like...
Is it like negging?
It's not nagging. It's like you like that was a little bit too close to nagging. Shade is a very subtle thing, but it's basically you have no question as to the intent of shade, right? But it is not presented like an insult,
Okay.
right? Like that's just like, you know, shade.
Right.
I don't know, shade. Like that's its own thing. See RuPaul.
Yes. Actually, Paul, you can leave that chair there. There's a third chair here.
It's like it's not a backhanded insult, or it's like it's kind of passive aggressive. It is definitely falls under the passive aggressive kind of.
Come this way.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm wearing a blanket because I'm cold. I think shade is different than being passive aggressive though, because it is a little bit more subtle than being passive aggressive. Like that wasn't a very good example of shade. Like it's definitely like you look at that and you're like, oh, shade, right?
Like in this case, it's, you know, the guy didn't say anything, but he's like, yes, they did work on a stalker game. They worked on the Flash in-browser game that was never released. That is a factual statement. But you hear that and you're like, oh. You're
like, damn, that's some shade. Yeah, that's exactly what it says in the dictionary. Shade, see RuPaul. Yeah. I don't know how to describe it more. Oh yeah, the chat's like, where's your beard?
No.
Holy cow, Paul beard gone. Naked fall face arg my eyes.
It's true. It's true. Why that is, well, you might be able to infer something from that.
So when you have a beard, how do you put up with how itchy it gets? It doesn't get itchy.
I think it gets itchy while it's growing in.
Oh. Yeah, it's... I was actually reading a thing that was talking about this. Is when you're first growing a beard, because you've been shaving, the ends of the hairs are quite sharp because they've been cut at an angle.
Right.
And so when if they like curl back and they sort of irritate your skin a little bit. But then as the beard's been growing, you sort of playing with it and stuff, the ends of the hairs sort of get worn down a little bit, so they're not sharp anymore. So that's why your beard itches when you first start growing it, and then it stops.
And that's why it itches when you, I'm sure pretty much everybody's done this, when you decide to get adventuresome and shave off all of your pubes, and then it is like a week of agony as they grow back in.
For the same reason.
I want to scratch your crotch all the time.
And then...
it's always the worst.
Sorry, Valkyrie Lemons. We will talk about the stories momentarily. Actually, the stories we did talk about, Final Fantasy, news from the Final Fantasy trailer, the original developer of Stalker is back. You get ODST for free if you bought Master Chief Collection and played it during the period of time
during the Troubles. I should not refer to it like that.
Bravely Second has a class called Cat User,
and it's like, it looks like a melee class because you're using like weapons, so like it's basically Kathleen.
So yeah, and I love you sacrifice items you like destroy items to then summon cats to do special things, which I kind of like. It's like the combination of like an RPG and like cat lateral damage, where you're like, I want a cat to come, and the cats are gonna be smashing something that I own.
I don't think you get nunchucks made of cats. I think the cats basically show up like it's probably kind of like an alchemist class, like where you like combine two items and you get an effect off it, basically. So anyhow, it probably won't be Cat User in the North American release. Like they'll probably change that in localization.
That's not what it was at all, Lord Lunder.
Huh?
Oh, he said, I wasn't impressed by today's video. I didn't like turning a song about the message of the spirit of giving. No, a song about the spirit of giving into a message of go away. That's not what it was. She ended up liking the gift.
Yeah, it was actually important to me that that it ended up actually being positive.
Yeah,
I quite liked. It was just like
the joke is that nobody likes Little Drummer Boy because the song is interminable and goes on for hours and hours and hours. Also, that just the idea of being drumming as as a gift for a baby,
as a gift for a baby. And even if you're like a good, if a really awesome drummer with like a full drum kit was there, it would be still kind of a weird gift. But it's just a kid with like one drum who's ostensibly playing something that a very uncomplicated drum, pum doesn't seem very interesting.
Edgar Weary XC says the joke is, why would you bang a drum next to a newborn? What is wrong with you?
Anyway,
but I thought it was funny. I like at the end where, if you haven't seen it, just go away for a second. But I like at the end where she's like, I just needed to vent. I thought that was very cute.
I'm so stressed out with this baby.
Even if it was a Neil Peart performance, it wouldn't be questionable, as people say. Neil Peart, the famously virtuistic drummer from Rush, by the way, for those of you who did not get that joke.
Canadian.
My favorite. I remember when I was in high school, the final concert of the season. Or like of the year, when like the senior student, and it was like the senior jazz band or whatever, so they had no cares. Like they're like, it doesn't matter what we do in this concert. This is the last concert of the season. We're graduating, and so they just had these like ridiculous solos that everybody did because it was the jazz band. The drummer, started playing the drums and actually ended up like getting up and like running circles around the drum kit playing it. It was pretty impressive as drum solos go.
Simon, I got that dinosaur sweater. Whoops. No. So there. I got the dinosaur sweater from Damn It Liz because I hosted the Damn It Liz Christmas special last year.
Nice.
No, 2012 you hosted it.
No, it was last year.
No, it wasn't. Hello? Sorry, someone just called me.
I am extra sure it was last year. Anyway.
Snores June's branch manager.
And she
Thank you for subscribing.
She actually has a dinosaur, we call it Christmasaurus Rex. He has his own Twitter. It's a big like dinosaur that's lit up and the head turns, and nice. And it was from the previous year, and so when I hosted it, she got that sweater off Amazon for me to wear.
There's a guy, I don't know if it's the same guy that you got the dinosaur shirt from, but there's a guy on Amazon who like specializes in all sorts of terrible Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
Rachel linked me to one that's it's like red and it has an enormous smiling sloth on it with the Santa hat.
God, why didn't I get you that for Christmas?
That's amazing.
I was awesome. Seriously tempted at getting myself, but it was sold out.
Oh.
Which makes me. I was like, it's like on one hand, I'm sad that it's sold out. On the other hand, the idea that there are a whole bunch of people walking around in the world wearing that sweater, I find pretty awesome.
That was Rogers calling me because my cell phone plan is up, and they were like, "We're just calling to see if you're happy with your plan, offer your or happy with your service, and offer you a new plan and a new phone." And I'm like, "Can you please call me back later?"
Merry Christmas. We want your.
I know they want my money. They've probably called me 6 times.
Please don't leave.
In the past week.
Can we
You're
give
so
you
lucrative.
A phone? Can we give you a phone? Please don't leave us. Please keep giving us all your money. Welcome to Canada, where the cell phone plans are super expensive.
Yeah. Pro tip: if you put them off for about 3 months, by the time you do re-sign your contract, they will be desperate.
Actually, my favorite thing is when the different parts of the company don't talk to each other, and like after you get like your new phone, like I just got the iPhone 6.
Yeah.
And then like 3 days later they phone you and they're like, hey, you should upgrade your plan. I'm like, I just got an iPhone 6. And they're like, okay, you no longer have anything we want.
Oh, we got a new subscriber. And Lady Rianne, yes, you did send us these blankets, and we use them. They are very warm and snuggly.
Fact.
But, what was I going to say? Yeah, so...
Simon, that's disgusting, and I hate that your cell phone deal is so good.
Yeah,
$10 a month for unlimited data and all the texting and calling I want.
Welcome to Denmark.
Well, welcome to Europe, right? Like, Canada's cell phone plans are bad.
Canada is very big, which you may have noticed.
When you were here.
And so, unfortunately, that means that, like, you need to be a ridiculously large company that has been around for years in order to actually have built out a cell phone network across the country.
Yeah.
Because so there's like a couple of like alternative cool carriers in Canada, but they're only in Toronto. And they're like, maybe
there's
we'll
some
go
in Vancouver.
Yeah, they're like, maybe we'll move. It goes Toronto and then Vancouver and then like a couple other places.
Montreal.
Yeah, and then but Victoria is like 4th tier down on their list of places to go. So.
Oh, I know. But on the bright side, like I said, if you do have a bad cell phone plan, I did this last time. I had to get a new cell phone and it worked. A charm. Be off your plan for 3 months. They can't change your service. And then, when they're really desperate, phone them up and be like, what are you going to do for me? And it was really good. I got everything I wanted and then $15 a month off of that. So,
nice.
So that's what I plan to do again. But it does mean I'm not on like the same upgrade cycle. But we'll see.
All right. So, other stories. Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here.
Other things that we did.
Oops. That doesn't exist.
Sanpy104 says time to listen to Checkpoint while I drive home. Whoa, that is some hard data.
What is?
If he's streaming Checkpoint to his phone while he drives.
You can do audio only on the Twitch app.
Oh!
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's neat.
But you can't see this face.
Where in your car, where you feel safest of all.
Fantastic.
And
Don't drive off the road.
It's the only way in your car.
Sampy's car.
We're inside you. Your car.
All right.
Just because we're in someone's car doesn't mean we're actually inside them.
That's what you think.
Yeah, it is, and I stand by it.
Sampy is the guy who ended up with Leonard.
I know.
He could already be infested with minor gods.
Graham Stark's Gary Newman's cars.
Oh god, that song. Here in my car, also stuck in your head. We are the worst.
What's wrong?
You want us
This computer
dead.
apparently just can't access Drive at the moment because it's dumb.
What?
This computer is so messed up with adware that it can't do it.
I will find it on
phone.
The phone that we were just talking about. Here we go.
Other stories that we had going on today.
In the news.
We had
Don't drive off the road. Instructions unclear. Drove to Snorsh.
There's a sweet, I believe it's a Kickstarter that's going on right now for something called the 8-Bit Time Machine. That's there's somebody who is going to be making an album.
We don't fall for adware. We don't know how it got on that computer. I'm actually baffled how it got on there.
People are.
I thought James installed something stupid.
Or it could be Alex. Alex also installs stupid things.
Don't put things on your computer and things won't get on your computer. That's the moral of this story.
See, the stream computer that is fine. It's the problem is the gaming PC. People are like, I'm going to install this weird patch from this strange weird place.
This emulator. Dicks. Will Graham Stark ever get his iPhone 6? Stay tuned in 2015 for the continuing saga.
It's true.
No. Guess where I am in line, Paul? In progress.
Excellent.
That means it's being shipped to the store.
It's a Christmas miracle.
I know. I could get it in the next couple days.
All right, so...
that means all of this will soon be mine.
So, so there's a...
Don't lick it.
Oh, I accidentally licked it.
Ew.
So there's an album called...
It's in my pocket all day.
It's so dirty. You use that while you poop.
There's an album called The 8-Bit Time Machine, which is by a composer called Giovanni Rotondo. It's a sweet name. He's good. They're doing 8-bit versions of modern game songs. So like Destiny, Super Mario Galaxy, Battlefield 1942, Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker, Watch Dogs. They want to do, and it's currently on Indiegogo, and so they want to do 8-bit versions of like new songs. That's pretty awesome.
I like that.
The
Star Citizen.
Yeah, the Arena Commander dogfighting module just came out for Star Citizen. Star Citizen has been going on for quite, been in development for quite a while, and they've been sort of releasing little sneak peeks and different stuff. But they're actually doing like the 1.0 of the dogfighting modules. So this still isn't actually like the full Star Citizen game, which is going to be like a big, huge, resource management, galaxy exploration kind of game. But this is just a dogfighting module where it's going to have it's got like missions and different things, which is awesome. But what is even more awesome is this, like, Star Citizen has been doing this cool thing where they started out doing a Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter went for a while and was very successful. And then the Kickstarter ended, and they were like, we're making this game. Why don't we just keep accepting like crowdfunding donations or crowdfunding support on our website, and for people like pre-ordering the game and also just supporting, and we'll keep adding in basically stretch goals.
Yeah.
So and they've now just hit $67 million. So they talk like
we're in the wrong line of business.
So they talk about like the Double Fine adventure and stuff like that, which is as being one of the top Kickstarter things. And Star Citizen didn't beat Double Fine Adventure on Kickstarter,
no,
but they've just been quietly getting donations for the last like year, and they keep putting in. They're like, at $60 million, we'll add another ship. Like, they keep putting in little stretch goals, and so they've been like. So I mean, technically,
the game looks sweet.
Yeah, the game looks like it's by the guys who did, or the guy did the original like X-Wing or Wing Commander. Sorry,
yeah,
Wing Commander. So it's like got some serious
get fucked.
So it's got some serious pedigree. So I mean, it's and they've been releasing demos. So it's not like one of these games where it's just like, excellent, thanks for all the money.
This money just keeps going to a hole.
We'll be back with the game in a couple of years.
Please put this.
They've been actually like releasing, demos and sample stuff for a while now.
It's clear they're actually doing something.
Yeah,
which
and
is
I mean,
nice.
and they're doing the like VR stuff where doing like they did that hangar demo where you could like walk around your hangar and look around with the Oculus and stuff. So they're doing some really cool things. So they're just gonna keep doing their thing and pre-selling their game, and it sounds like it'll be really cool and sort of release. It looks like they're kind of gonna release it like in bits, so it'll be like this cool dogfighting game that they released, but then once they actually release the full Star Citizen game, it'll be like the dogfighting game that they've already released will be a part of the bigger game, right? It'll be like when you dogfight, you play this game, which is a neat idea.
Barcode reader. I want to resubscribe to a stream with a gimmick, but I don't want to burden the Kathleen Power Hour more than it already is. Is anyone else streaming this week that's actively doing those? Do you do anything when people? Does Beach do stuff?
Sometimes.
I don't think Beach does anything.
No.
I tend to do weird stuff here.
If you ask for something, we can probably do it.
Alex tries to make something explode in whatever game he's playing.
Sometimes when you and Kathleen are gone, like on Mondays.
Oh yeah.
I sometimes try to like fill in the gaps with the ads. And it's like just we can keep that going.
You know what? Sub now. We'll back you up.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'll take a couple.
There is a cutoff of 15 though, and I would just like to point out Spaghetti Fucked has subbed, and Fighting in User ID's Trenches has just subbed. I thought we were just gonna do the clip show this week. God damn it!
It must be someone else.
Coming next year, Kathleen accepts donations with stretch goals such as "Give me more money too," and "I want to own a leopard." I would like
leopards are too big.
I would like to own maybe
a lynx.
I actually just more Maine Coons.
Yeah. Maybe
fluffy
like the
kittens.
idea of like owning a leopard, but not actually like owning a leopard, but not actually like having the leopard in your house.
No.
Just like paying enough money to have the leopard like be taken care of, where it's in a nice, comfortable place for it to be.
Yeah, the problem, because the problem with that, we're discovering, there's cartoons about it. People do stand up, like fighting over the covers or fighting over bed space or whatever. That's not an issue we have. But we've recently discovered that Baxter is a bed hog.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because he's so big and he's just like, he just extrudes himself across the bed.
But not like up and down, like sideways. So I've woken up in the middle of the night and been like, obviously, subconscious Kathleen is like, oh, I can't disturb the precious baby kitten. Because I'm like on an extreme like angle and like half the time laying on top of Grandma. And then Catherine's on his corner of the bed that he always sleeps on. And then Baxter is just like, bleh, like in the middle.
Just like taking up as much space as possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, a leopard or something would be very bad.
Baxter is an amorphous solid.
Would be, yeah. I imagine leopards take up a lot of bed space.
What about a serval? That would actually be a bad idea because, as it turns out, so Kathleen is a little allergic to cats, and by a little allergic, the doctor was like, "Well, you can probably have you're allergic to cats. Well, I have cats. Okay, well, I guess you're not super allergic, so you can have them, but you shouldn't have them in the bedroom. That's not an option. Okay, well, you shouldn't allow them on your bed. That's not happening.
They sleep on my face.
Yeah. Servals, on the other hand, a neighbor had one, right?
Not a serval.
Not a
She had
serval. It was
Bengal,
a
which
part
is like,
Bengal.
Yeah, like a Bengal, which is like a serval that's been bred down, basically.
Yeah. And anyway, it scratched Kathleen, and you reacted really
Yeah, my
badly
hand
to it.
swelled up.
They're like
She's like extra allergic
Super-
to Bengals and servals and that.
I don't know why.
I saw there's just a YouTube video recently of I think it was like a Bengal or something. It was one of those sort of
Jumping 8 foot high.
Yeah, the thing
Fuck
where it was just like
Poing. Yeah,
crazy.
It's nuts.
All right, what else? The Tuhu project,
Yeah.
I saw that.
This is really neat.
which is a thing that's been going for a really long time.
I never fully appreciated that this was one guy doing it.
In fact, it has the Guinness Book of World Records for
a record we made up so that we could give a record to Tuhu Project.
Yeah, which is the most prolific fan-made shooter series by the Guinness Book of World Records.
He's been making stuff since '95. Can't wear hats. To whom? It's coming to consoles. Finally.
Yeah. So it's Zun is the guy.
Yeah.
Or Zun.
It's coming to.
So it's previously been available on PC, but it's coming to
PS4 and PS Vita.
Yeah, PS4 and Vita, which is pretty neat. So I think this is sort of part of like Sony has been super pushing the like indie gaming thing as kind of they've sort of seen Microsoft has kind of like stumbled in that area slightly.
Isn't it? Is it pronounced Toho?
Yeah, probably.
But isn't TOHO Toho like the company that makes Godzilla?
I don't know.
I mean, it looks like Tuhu, but I don't know.
All right.
I have never seen it. I have never heard it read out loud.
Toho is pretty unusual. Yeah, it is.
Well, okay, so if we're gonna break this down into Japanese, could I see what it is in hiragana? But if we're saying that the spelling is a literal translation, that would be tu hou, right? So it would be because the separate the U is actually a separate separate thing. So it would be a long. Yeah.
With the O with the line over it, I think it would be just Toho.
Yeah.
Also known as the Toho Project. All right. Well, whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so maybe that's like I guess it's like the Canadian thing where OU. We'd put OUs and things.
Well,
Anyway.
the U is like the longer, right?
All right, so you can get the soundtrack to Hotline Miami 2 on vinyl. And not only just on vinyl, but on neon colored vinyl. Just
Be as trashy as possible.
Just to be super hipster. Yeah.
No, Toei is not. Sorry, someone said, isn't that Toei? No, Toho, Toho, Toho Company Limited is the movie studio that makes Godzilla.
And then Toei is a different thing entirely.
Yeah. Anyway, it's coming to PlayStation.
Speaking of names, I didn't mark it as a story because it's not that, so it's kind of silly. But Namco Bandai,
Yes.
previously Bandai Namco,
Yes.
Namco Bandai is changing their name again.
Namco Bandai Games is changing to
Namco Bandai Entertainment.
Yes.
Because they don't want to give anybody the impression that their games aren't entertaining, I guess.
Matt was telling us the stuff he's doing right now. That he works at Roadhouse, which is a developer in Vancouver.
And do they do work for?
And they're working with Namco Bandai Studios Vancouver, which is a subsidiary of Bandai Namco Studios Vancouver, which is a subsidiary of Bandai Namco North America, which is a subsidiary of like Namco Bandai Worldwide Game Studios or something. Like they're like 5 levels deep. It's cray.
The little Russian nesting doll thing.
Yeah.
But for games. All right.
At least they used to be a thing that's like Namco
Namban Kodai.
Well, it used to be the thing where it was like Namco Bandai North America works for Bandai Namco. Like it was,
yeah.
So at least they figured that out in a useful way.
Kat is watching CheckPoint. It just tried to capture Kathleen's hair.
The whole like Notch getting his buying the giant house in Beverly Hills and outbidding Jay-Z is pretty.
That's
funny.
the best part of the story, that he outbid Jay-Z.
And I just like the idea of the the whatever star, like having the Star Tours thing, guys like driving along being like, this is Beyonce's house and this is whatever, this is all
movie stars,
all these movie stars and stuff, and this is Notch.
Yeah.
But like Notch, yeah, the guy who made Minecraft.
I just wanted to be in the window being like, hello. with his like jar of M&Ms.
Bam, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, there's a new monster in Evolve, which continues to be a really neat looking game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stoked. It's coming out in February, actually, for real.
Oh, nice.
They've been doing sort of constant like beta tests. In fact, they're doing another one quite soon, just for tuning purposes. But there's a new monster. So there's currently 2 guys. There's I think it's like the Brute and the something else. There's like a big scary tough guy and like an electro guy, and they're making a new one called the Wraith. Who
is he a ghosty guy?
He is a ghosty guy, and it can do things where it's like super quiet and like sneaks up on things. It has a move where it just like grabs somebody in the group and like can pull them into a bush or something. Just super freaky. It can do a thing where it goes invisible and like a clone, like a fake version of it, like goes zooming around to confuse people and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So it seems really neat. Like I love the idea of this sort of asymmetrical multiplayer thing.
Yeah.
But getting to the point where it's like the kind of abilities that like just a normal like boss of a game would have.
That's super cool.
Is pretty sweet.
Apparently it straight up teleports as well.
Yeah, so it's full of spoops. Except the spooping is being done by your friend.
We just did that story, Alex. We knew you'd be excited.
The spooping is coming from.
They're working on a
the
game,
room.
but they haven't said what game it is. But it's probably Stalker.
Yeah.
So
it's not technically Stalker news. It's probably Stalker.
They can add themselves to all the other Stalker games.
Oh my god! Actually, Alex, what would be worse for you if these people are back and they've been announced that they've been tapped to do a turn-based RPG based on what does Alex hate?
He already said in chat it's actually a Candy Crush reskin.
Yeah. I feel like Alex is
based on
bound
Five
for
Nights at
disappointment.
Freddy's.
It was interesting. I was reading the interview with the guy on GameIndustry.biz, and he was talking about because they were working on Stalker 2 when the studio shut down.
Oh, so Stalker 2 never actually came out?
No, and it was partly
because there was like the Stalker.
There was 3 games, but the two sequels were built on the first game.
Right, they were sort of more like they're like GTA 3 San Andreas.
Yeah, it was
like that kind of idea.
Call of Pripyat and
Shadow of Chernobyl.
Stalker Clear Sky.
Oh.
Yeah, Shadow of Chernobyl was the name of the first game.
Oh, okay.
But they stopped working on it partly for money, but also because they realized that they were not, from when they started working at it to when they were at now, that the game would not be good. It was like, when this finally comes out, it's not going to look good compared to the other games that are out.
The old Duke Nukem Forever problem.
Yeah, exactly.
You work on a game for too long, and the engine starts messing up.
Yeah, so rather than Duke Nukem it, they were just like, we're out. But yeah, we don't talk about Clear Sky. I know. I'm sorry.
Alex says...
X-Ray engine so dated. Yeah, they were like, the X-Ray engine was sweet in 2007.
But now they can just like grab Unreal 4 or something, right? Like there's lots of off-the-shelf engines that are a lot more viable strategy than it was in 97.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2007.
2007.
That's still a long time ago. But let's see. So yeah, Alex says, skeleton MOBA as the worst thing that could be working on. God, I actually kind of hope it is, just because I want to see the look on your face. I'm a jerk.
It is Stalker, but it's just all skeletons.
But it's a skeleton MOBA now called Stalker.
Speaking of Unreal 4, actually, another story that was kind of interesting is the Street Fighter 5, like the new Street Fighter that's going to be PlayStation exclusive,
right,
is going to be based on Unreal 4. They're going to be using the Unreal 4 engine.
Weird.
Just the first time that a Street Fighter game has not used like a proprietary engine. That's kind of interesting.
That's interesting.
Capcom has made Unreal 4 games before, but not Street Fighter. And I think it might be the first time Unreal has been used for a fighting game.
I'm sure that there are forums out there for the fighting game community that have perfectly reasoned responses to that news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there
both
are.
For and against. I mean, the Unreal Engine. These engines now are so flexible that it's just something to draw the characters. Like, it's not anything.
Right. They're making Abduction in Unreal as well. It's the new Cyan World game.
Cool.
Of which I am a Kickstarter backer.
Nice.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
All right, so
let's get to these commercials.
Hooray-dooby.
Let's get this train wreck rolling.
Now let's get to the part that everybody wanted, which was the commercials. Now that we're done with all that content.
Lunatic 93 was the first one. Oh, that's it right there. That's the page.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well done.
Excellent. Oh, wow. Snorse Juno's branch manager. I did not see that pop during the subs. Actually, I think that might be missing some.
I'm going to check T-Notifier.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Hey, T-Notifier, let's check two different things. Yes. I definitely missed some.
Yes, that's why I was like, that does not look right.
Lunatic 93 was still the first one that I saw.
Yes, because I made a quip about 92 failed Lunatics.
What are we playing for GPLP? Well, I think we're going to be playing more Bound by Flame, assuming our save took.
I think I'm going to be playing Having a Nap.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to be playing Updating the Website, then Having a Nap. And then Firing the Missiles.
That sounds good.
Old school internet. There you go.
Thank you, Sampy. Really appreciate it. Yeah, check out the Patreon if you haven't, by the way. Hello, everybody. What's up? We have a Patreon now.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I should put that on the screen.
Yeah, so if you're like, I love these Kathleen commercials, and I want to subscribe on Twitch because it supports Loading Ready to Run, you can also support us on Patreon, and that is also really good for us. And then we will do weird stuff. It's going to support us making the videos that fill up all our time, and also this thing called the Mystery Box, which is us doing
I'm actually really
stuff.
excited about getting to experiment with stuff in the Mystery Box.
And it also does support our streaming.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and then we can and for example, things in the Mystery Box. I revealed one. It's just I'm just gonna film this and it'll be fun. It's going to be a one-off thing, but it's going to be girls get drunk and do craft. So if you ever want to see me get fucking hammered and then try to glue something together.
With glitter?
Oh yeah, there's going to be glitter involved. We're going to be doing this in the moon base.
There was debate over whether hot glue guns should be used.
Oh, absolutely. It should be dangerous.
Kathleen was very firmly for hot glue guns. So, yeah, should be interesting.
I want that in my life. See, yeah, like that's a really stupid idea.
Crafting. We can do drunk crafting, and then we can do a different video that's crunk drafting.
And then punk rafting. Ha! Punk rafting.
Oh, just everybody is wearing studs. The raft instructor, the raft itself. Studs.
And other extensive things using those
Lee
same...
Benningfield says, I never knew I wanted that, but now it's all I want.
All right, well, that's going to be as something that we try to do with the in the next year.
Yeah. And the thing is, if like we do, girls get drunk and do crafts, and people are like, "Fuck, this is fucking hilarious," and it gets like 200,000 views on YouTube or something like that, then we'll probably do more of it. And like that's what Mystery Box is for. So I could be like, all right, I gotta buy all these supplies. I gotta like pay people for the time. I have to be paid for my time of like editing.
Well, like it says on the Patreon, then then we'd probably do like, all right, 12 episodes of this. Fund it separately, do a whole thing. Anyway, Lunatic 93. You want to start?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey everybody, are you looking for somebody who can scare the bejesus out of your family and make them appreciate the true spirit of Christmas? Why not go to Lunatic 93's Lunatic Discount Warehouse? He's got 93 lunatics that are ready to be unleashed on your ungrateful family at a moment's notice. For example, do you recognize this typical scene from your family gathering? Hey little Timmy, how do you like that new iPhone 5C I got you for Christmas because you wanted a new cell phone even though your old one was only a year old?
It's great, except that the 6 is the new thing.
Wow, what an ungrateful little piece of shit. Don't you just want to smack him upside the head? You're not allowed to do that because your wife will yell at you. What happens when a deranged gang of lunatics comes into your house and starts beating this little bastard within an inch of his life? And there'll be a smile across your fingers and some money in our wallet. So come on down.
What's your fingers?
Smile on your mouth.
I like that the only reason why you don't beat your child is because your wife will be annoyed with it.
Anyhow, do that. Come on down. Give us money today. Goodbye.
You guys have seen those like the lists on Twitter of like there's like an account around Christmas I think it is that just retweets suburban white kids complaining that they got the wrong iPhone and being like really angry about it.
That's why I picked that because I knew you would know that.
I like it's basically like I feel like the Lunatic where it's like kind of a scared straight program, except it's not so much that like if you don't do what you're gonna do then you'll become one of the people here like in prison. It's just that like we'll release this guy.
Lord Wolfwood.
Lord Wolfwood.
That is that's a name with some serious pedigree.
Yeah, I know. Wolfwood just makes me think of Trigun, but I gotta do a non-Trigun commercial here.
You don't have to do a non-Trigun commercial.
Well, except he's not a lord in Trigun, so
it's like Wolfwood immediately. Like I feel like he's got to have like a family crest. That's like a tree coming out of a wolf or a wolf tree or
something.
Yeah, I always wanted to cosplay as Wolfwood. But that's a lot of work, and you gotta make this gigantic cross, and you probably have to buy a lot of balsa wood for it because it's really big.
Lord Wolfwood says, "I'll take Trigun."
Okay. It's been so long since I've seen Trigun.
That's why I've had the nickname Wolfwood since high school.
Hey
everybody, do you like the Triguns? There's 3 guns, it's a Trigun.
That's not how that show goes at all.
It's exactly how that show, it's the theme song. It's the theme song, Trigun.
Excuse
Trigun.
Me,
it's got 3 guns.
It's Salmu Nihe who does the theme for Trigun.
I
totally got that guy's name wrong or mispronounced it, but...
It's Trigun is the story about an amazing world where there are only 3 guns in the entire world, and the big
that's the Stampede
that's
controls
the big thing.
1, Wolfwood has 2.
There's a fight. That's like what the big battle is. It's like it's over.
Can we call is the statute of spoilers over on Trigun because that show is like old as dirt?
I don't know. Presumably,
dirt is very old.
It goes through a. There's a cycle for this, right? Where it's like 2 years after. It's like everyone obviously knows about Trigun, and either you've seen it now or you won't, right? But now we're at a period where it's like people might be going back to watch like classic good anime series, and it's like I don't know.
Oh yeah, people
I
are
don't
saying,
know
no,
anymore.
I haven't seen them all. All right, no Trigun spoilers in this commercial. Hey everybody, do you like Trigun? What's Trigun? You say, well, you little 3 guns. It does.
No, it's one gun with three.
Yeah, that.
Three chambers?
That's what Trigun is. I've seen it. That's totally what it is.
Hey everybody, do you like Trigun? It's an anime that came out in a very long time ago, the Age of Dirt, the late 90s.
The Age of Dirt.
When most anime was crap, but then a couple good ones came out and people were like, oh, that's pretty okay.
The Dirt Age.
Anyhow, it's got his kick-ass theme. It's got a theme by the guy who is the guitar player in Yoko Kanno's band. There you go. That's a fact for you. Can't remember his name. I said it once, but I think I was wrong, so I'm not going to make that mistake again. Anyhow, so there you go. You can watch this show. It's a really cool show. It's got some people in it. It's got Vash the Stampede, who's a guy in a red coat, mostly makes trouble. You don't care about him. You don't care about Meryl or Millie, although they're very nice people. Who you should care about is the best character. His name is Wolfwood. He's a kick-ass preacher for the Lord and carries a gigantic cross around with him. And you think, well, that's a bit heavy on the Christian imagery. Well, I guess it's Japan. They think that kind of thing is for shits and giggles. And then the cross opens up and like a million guns come out. And then there's a rocket launcher on the end. How could you do worse than that? Trigun, watch it today.
Yay.
I guess that was a bit of a spoiler for the cross.
So that reminded me, actually, I don't know if Admiral Mamo's still around, when Jer and Ian were playing The Legend of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, the opening title is a song, and Admiral Mamo was like, he said English words in there. The word is actually a thing, and which is a pretty common thing, that he happened to not be familiar with, that's totally fine. But yeah, it's very common in Japanese songs for
them to insert English words.
Yeah. Check out the work of Yoko Kanno specifically. The opening title song to Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, she switches from Japanese to English to Russian, line by line, depending on whatever needs to work for the song to rhyme. It's really cool.
That seems like cheating.
It's really cool.
It's like, I want to say this, it doesn't rhyme. I'll just go through looking for, like, Google Translate, looking for a language in which this line rhymes in. Okay, I'll switch to it.
It's great.
All right, next. Cooking with Crota. So, okay, explain Crota.
Is Crota a...
He's the hive god.
So
Kinda.
It's a carrot. It's not like a thing. Like, no. It's not like a food.
No. Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with Crota. Deep
you're
inside
supposed
the
to explain it to me.
I thought I was helping.
Okay, fine, go for it. Whatever.
He's the hive. I don't know if he's the god or a god, but they see him as a god. He's a big dude who lives, like, currently anyway, lives deep in the Hellmouth.
Does he call it the Hellmouth?
No,
I bet not.
humans call it the Hellmouth.
I bet he calls it my living room.
He calls it... I don't know. They don't...
Which in hive translates to, check out my beautiful parquet floor.
They don't really speak English.
My mouth.
Yeah. And he's
the awesome mouth.
He's really, really big. He's sort of bony, kind of skeletal, but then he has, like...
Is he like a guy that you fight?
Yeah, he's the boss of the new raid. And he has a crazy shield that, like, looks like where his skin, his, like, chitinous skin would be, but he's sort of skeletal. And you have to, gameplay spoilers, I guess, you have to kill a sword bearer guy and take a sword, and then the other people on your team have to shoot him to take his shield down, and then you go up and slice him up with the sword, because his health bar can only be hurt by the sword. So
as a skeletal guy...
Yeah.
His cooking is probably quite limited.
Yeah, but he does have a fine selection of knives.
Okay. So he's good at the whole chopping aspect.
One large knife especially. Yeah.
Right. Hey everybody, come on down to Crota's. People say it's in a hellmouth, but I just call that my house. What can we do at Crota's? Well, I'll cook you a delicious homemade meal made with hive stuff, which humans think is poison, but I think is just delicious. When humans hear me go, I'm not saying death to all of you squishy monkey types. What I'm saying is, please take off your shoes before you walk on my new floor. I just had it put in, and it's hardwood, or the hive equivalent of it. It's made of the chitinous stuff that I make myself out of. I'm very bony, though. I'm on a diet to beef up. So be aware that my cooking is very rich. I add a lot of... which is basically hive for butter, but it will probably just make your heart explode. But you come on down to Crota's today and eat this food. Cooking
If you
with Crota.
survive, it'll be delicious.
Big fans of columnar basalt are the Hive in terms of architecture.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume it's basalt anyway.
Yeah.
Columnar,
Well, it was the basalt that goes in like the natural six-sided columns.
yeah.
Robot hitchhiker.
There was a robot that actually hitchhiked across Canada. It was a
Really?
thing. It was a research project.
Cool.
See if people would. It ended up in Victoria. It came here.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard about that.
CBC, man.
And then he phoned home to Toronto and was like, "Are you guys coming to get me or what?"
How did he hitchhike across onto the ferry?
Just somebody took him there.
I'm gonna look this up.
No,
This
but
is actually really interesting.
Did he then hitchhike on the ferry?
I think somebody took him till the end of the journey once he got off the ferry. Or-
I'm imagining that a robot hitchhiker would be like something that a hitchhiker carries with him. It's like a robotic thumb.
I can't remember.
It's like you set it up on like a little stand, and then you can like relax by the side of the road, and the thumb like keeps doing the hitchhiking thing to like keep the whole hitchhiking thing going on.
Yeah, you're now reading about this. This has happened I was aware of all of this. Anyhow,
I didn't know about it. Sorry.
current events. Read them. Hey, everybody.
This is not really a current event.
Well, it wasn't
This
when I was
this
reading
is a
about
neat
it.
science thing. No, I don't. This is not like war in Syria. This is really cool. You could have told me about it. It was really neat, actually.
When did
Alright.
this happen?
Canada's hitchhiking robot completed its trip without getting murdered.
Yay!
Thank you, motherboard.com.
Song of the Tachicomas just subscribed.
No!
That's from A169 because he said, "Oh, since you mentioned Ghost in the Shell and music, that's the sad part for the end of second
know.
gig." Anyhow, all right, one more time. Hey everybody, welcome to Canada where we have revolutionized hitchhiking. That's right, you don't have to stick your boring old thumb out anymore. We've developed a robot that can do it for you. And unlike when you go hitchhiking, this robot was not murdered and sold for parts. That's right, he has all of the equivalent of his robot kidneys and intestines and soft squishy bits that people like to collect when they're awful and make them into lampshades or whatever they do with hitchhikers. But then anyhow, if you want to try hitchhiking the Canadian way, all you need to do is make yourself a robot and then do some other stuff and then count on the kindness of strangers to drive it across a ferry. Hey, it worked here, maybe it can work for you. Alright, hey everybody. Stuff. I don't know, I lost. Oh, that was from Addie Pie, not from A169. I'm sorry.
I like the idea of the robot like starts his journey and ends up in like a bathtub full of like screws
And ice.
with like his battery pack taken out.
Graphics coprocessor.
It's like okay, that was good. He died in more time. Like it took longer for him to get killed this time.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the drawing board and see what we can do. It's like an iterative process.
The track light is on. And it's
it's messing up the green screen.
No, it's giving Kathleen an orange glow.
Oh, it
Well,
usually
you can
does
turn
mess
it
up.
off.
It usually does mess up the green screen. Too.
Oh.
Oh.
A bathtub full of silica gel. Exactly.
Yeah. Alright. Hey, everybody, it's time for the username clip show. Have you been wrapped with attention to the story of the username guy? How he broke out of a username factory and then was chased by pirates and then, like, joined the army and, like, all of this stuff and ended up being keel-hauled and ended up on an island and he was raised as the username god and maybe that one didn't happen. But that's okay because now it's time for a clip show. Do you remember such moments as, Graham, what's a keel-hauling? And wow, did I tell you guys I read all of the Wikipedia plot summaries of the Blue Lagoon trilogy of books because I was bored and couldn't sleep one day? My goodness, the username saga has brought us so many things. Oh, or the time where I wasted 1,000,000 hours trying to remember the whole of Snoopy's stupid polar cow story because it starts with a shot rang out.
I love the. I feel like it's the username, the story of the username guy. It's a wonderful story, but it was very high budget, and so every once in a while you gotta save money by having a clip show, segment, and then it's just like, oh, remember that, and then people get kind of annoyed about it, because it's like that seems kind of low effort, but it's like no. Every once in a while, it's like you gotta have the bottle episode and you gotta have the clip show episode, just because then you can spend a whole bunch of money. That's like save some money there, and then for your season finale, you can really blow out the budget.
Yeah, well,
that's how it works.
So if you remembered all of those great moments of me doing all of these subscriber commercials, good for you. Okay, moving on.
Is there some list of all the different things that have happened?
There is.
I feel like that's something
they
that
have a spreadsheet.
Would have been recorded.
All right. Elemental Alchemist.
That is actually like a normal, or not a normal name, but a recurring name, not a novelty one.
All right. Hey, everybody, are you looking to alchemize some lead into gold because you are desperate this Christmas season? Come on down to Elemental Alchemist's Elemental Alchemy Warehouse, where we can turn your shit into slightly better shit. Oh my goodness, look at this man. Are you desperate to find a gift for your loved ones?
I am.
What do you have to offer up?
I have a sandwich.
All right, well, through the power of elemental alchemy, I'm more full than I was before. What a beautiful gift.
Yeah.
You fed the hungry. That's right.
Wait.
All right, moving on from you. Shut up, go away, man. Sir, what do you have to offer up at Elemental Alchemist's you don't have to actually. Elemental Alchemy Warehouse of Transmogrifications.
I got this phone, I guess.
All right, my goodness. Well, through the power of alchemy. My goodness, it's my phone now.
Wow.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Alchemy doesn't work quite the way I thought it would.
To feeding the hungry, phoning the people who have slightly less good phones than you.
Phone the phoneless.
Come on down to Elemental Alchemist Alchemy Warehouse today. I'll just hold on to this. Okay, bye, everybody.
The worst thing about alchemy is that now that we understand as much as we do about chemistry, we can turn lead into gold. We have that ability now. It's not like a magic thing. The problem is, even though we have that ability, it costs more than the amount of gold that you would end up being, which is just depressing. It's one of those. It's like we can turn lead into gold, but the stuff required to do that costs more than that amount of gold that you would get. So it's pointless.
Mm-hmm. I have a dog and a small child. What can I get? Well, you can get a sense of loss when your dog and small child are no longer living with you.
So this is really more of a...
then I get a child riding a dog, which is fucking awesome.
So this is really more... Attack! The warehouse is just a place where you go and things get taken away from you.
You get ripped off there.
All right. The Moat Man.
The Moat Man. Hey, everybody, do you have relatives that you just fucking hate and they're coming over for Christmas and you're like, God damn it, I gotta deal with this fast? Come on down to the Moat Man's Moat House. That's right, what can we get you? A moat. How do you like them? Big, I hope, because that's the kind we sell. What are they filled with? Water mostly, but you know what? We're open to your interpretation of a moat. That's right, we are a build-a-suit moat house.
Crocodiles?
Absolutely. You import them, that we'll install them.
Yeah, I don't mean crocodiles that live in the water in the moat. I mean a moat full of nothing but crocodiles.
I mean, probably PETA will have a problem with that, but that's not our problem. That's your problem.
So will the crocodiles on the bottom.
All right. Also,
PETA can't get to you, though, because you got a moat.
Yeah.
Custard. We're all up for doing a custom custard moat for those of you who are looking for a sweet treat to keep people the fuck out of your house. Basically, anything that you are looking for, as long as what you are looking for is a large, deep trench dug in a circle around your property and filled with some sort of fluid and or other thing, we can do it. Come on down to the Moat Man's Moat House today.
We can fill it with discarded iPhones. Monsieur Squirrel.
All right, 1 second.
I like this.
My phone was buzzing.
Moat Man's Moat Warehouse. Get moat for yo money. That's true. A lot of moat places, you go there and they'll do the half moat. Just around the front of your property, and they'll say that that's enough. It's not enough. People can come around the back.
Premier obituary for your.
Oh. All right, Monsieur Squirrel.
The year may be over, but the
lure continues.
The lure abides.
Yeah. Moats can be dry. Well, yeah, but what's...
Yeah, those are boring, though.
That's a trench.
Yeah.
This is the moat house, not the trench house.
I, sir, am offended.
Can I get a boat filled with goats? Look, it's like they dig it and fill it. They don't judge you what you want in there.
Goat mode.
Clap has just subscribed.
Is that an L?
No, it's Caiaphas.
Caiaphas. Oh, Clap ass is a lot dirtier than
Clap ass. Caiaphas is one of the is the name of
It's the big dude from
Is it the name of
Jesus Christ Superstar.
yeah, one of the
He is the big Pharisee.
Pharisees. Thank you, one of the Pharisees from GCS.
Ah, sure. Monsieur Squirrel. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kathleen's crappy friend. Wait, no, that's Snorsh. 1 second.
No, you had it.
Hello, everyone. Nope.
No, that was more
That was
Snorsh.
way more
That was way
Snorsh than
more
before.
Snorshy. Shit, I'm so bad at this.
Bonjour.
Bon. Yeah.
Monsieur Square.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Le Pink Panther. Le Steve Martin.
Hey,
what was
hey,
I thinking?
Le Steve Martin. How dare you?
Hold
Get
on.
the hell
I
out.
wasn't finished. I was saying Le Pink Panther, Le Steve Martin, Le what were they thinking? Alright, hello and welcome to Monsieur Squirrel's Discount French Accent Warehouse. If you are looking for a French accent that is truly abysmal, you have to look no further to convince somebody that you are not from France and might have a head injury. For example, let me talk to this man who I have never met before. Good evening, monsieur. I like your beard. What country would you say I am from?
Are you okay?
See, there you go. If you need an inconvincible French accent for all sorts of things, but mostly just to act weird, come on down to Monsieur Squirrel's French Accent Warehouse today.
Do you need help? I'd call you a cab, but my phone is somewhere in someone's boobs.
My phone now.
I like to. I like to imagine that.
No, Kitty.
There's always the thing where it's like like in France that all the dogs are like le wolf.
Vexes, vexing, vexexitude. What's vexexitude? All right, whatever.
All right, we're cutting this off at 15, by the way.
As per usual.
So that was 14 because I am very tired. All right, Dead Orbit, Best Orbit. Dead Orbit, is that a reference to something?
Yes, Dead Orbit is one of the factions
in Destiny.
It's the one. The Dead Orbit Vanguard is voiced by Peter Stormare.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy from he's a character actor. He was in Fargo. He was in those VW commercials.
Oh, that guy.
The Unpimp Your Ride.
Yeah. Right. Omelette de fromage.
Dead Orbit is looking for tech from this location. Actually, no, he always wants you to shoot people. I can't do a good impression. He has a very distinctive voice.
Can I do a good impression? Almost certainly
Probably not.
Almost certainly not. Let's be honest here. All right. All I know from that commercial is the da-da-da. G. Stark versus Scott Steiner.
What?
That seems dangerous.
No. I mean...
All right, that's 15.
That's happening right now.
No! Your match is next.
Okay, we'll get to Scott Steiner later, but we got to get to... Dead Orbit, Best Orbit, because we're like halfway through here. All right. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a thing to do in Destiny? Why not join Dead Orbit? What else are you going to do? Collect Vanguard points? That's for fuckers. Fight in the Crucible? That's for chumps who like to fight fuckers. Who are not very good at it because they have not been fighting very much because they're doing stupid missions. But why not try Dead Orbit? What can Dead Orbit do for you? I don't know, maybe we'll sell you some stuff once you do enough stuff for us. Is it good stuff? Who knows? I mean, maybe. You probably need to hit 31 now. Thanks, the Dark Below.
Thanks.
Come on, that was good.
That was good.
But
You've picked up a lot.
I learned through osmosis. But wait, what else can Dead Orbit do for you? We're, our dude is a dude that you might know as a character actor. You won't know his name to hear it, but you'll definitely go for the thing where you're like, he was in that Volkswagen commercial. That's right. It's a little hint of personality and emergent gameplay, and hopefully that'll be enough for you, because you're not getting a lot of that from actual Destiny. Anyhow, come on down. Dead Orbit is Best Orbit. That was basically me just ragging on Destiny.
That's fine. I don't mean to alarm you, but all mankind has subscribed.
Oh shit, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like the wrestler?
All of McFoley has subscribed.
Every part of Mick Foley.
He's a big guy, you know.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Especially that unruly beard of his.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All mankind. Hey, everybody! Are you looking for a Mick Foley impersonator that could really get the Foley in your Mick? Why not try All Mankind. That's right. He's like Mankind, but he's slightly better because he's a little sprier than good old Mick, who's like hanging around in a Santa Claus documentary. What is he even up to these days? But if you need somebody to put somebody through a thing, why not try All Mankind? I can pick up people and put them through things all the time. Garbage chutes, panes of glass, cat doors. I mean, that last one's kind of a stretch, but you know what? We'll get there if we work together and maybe lube up the cat door first. The point being, All Mankind is your Mankind cosplayer slash replicant slash stand-in that you've been looking for. You didn't even know you needed one.
Mick Foley touring tribute band.
Yeah, how great would it be for little Billy to open up a Mick Foley underneath the tree? I mean, he'd probably just be terrified, but God, it would be great to get on YouTube and he can put that video online and get all of the hits. Imagine Mick Foley bursting out of a large box suspiciously labeled puppy. Wouldn't that be funny? But you can't get Mick Foley because, you know, you haven't gotten all the hits on YouTube yet, so phone All Mankind today.
Mick Foley has always struck me as somebody who's like literally up for anything.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, hey Mick, we want to do this. And if he's, you know, not busy, then he'll be like, sure, all right.
One year he entered the Royal Rumble 3 times.
Really?
As his 3 different characters?
Yeah, he came out as, I don't know what the order, but he came out as Mankind and then got eliminated and then went backstage. And then a couple people later came back out as Dude Love and got eliminated and then came back out as Cactus Jack.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
He's actually just wrestled as himself at one point too, didn't he?
I have no idea.
Just as Mick Foley?
I think so.
And then he was like doing the announcing for a while. He's not actually like actively on
No.
WWE.
I'm just
right
playing
now.
with my hair.
He's got a Legends contract.
Zoning out.
Did he have to fight himself? No.
Oh man, they should totally do that.
Snorsh Juness branch manager.
Oh, how many more do we have left? Oh, like a lot.
Let's see. One. No, that's not the list. Wait.
I think that one is correct now. Is
Yeah.
correct.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, it's
10,
15.
11, 12. Yes, this is 5. This
Yeah.
is the 5th one.
Okay.
5, 6,
What's
7,
the-
8, 9, 10.
The G Stark versus Steiner is the
15.
15th.
No.
No?
No, we got way more than that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the storm count was lying.
The
then.
storm count has been lying because they're not all pinging on the sub. So we're looking at Twitch notifications and T Notifier. So no more subs, please. I'm so tired.
Well, you can subscribe if you want. Or you can back the Patreon then.
It's true.
That thing.
Yay, Patreon.
All right. Snorsh Junas branch manager. Hi everyone, welcome to Snorsh, where we don't celebrate Christmas because Weagles eat everything. It's not even worth it. You bring a turkey and a Weagle bursts out. It's like that chest burster scene from Alien, except everybody's like, oh, that was our only food for the month. Oh, it's not even funny, and you can't eat Weagles because they're just gross. Anyhow, it's Christmas time, and what does that mean? Consumerism! So why don't you come on down to our latest and only chain store, Junes? That's right, the fake store from Persona 4, because apparently we inhabit the same universe. That's right, every day is great in your Junes, or however the song goes, except this Junes is entirely staffed by Uyghurs. That's right. They can help you find what you're looking for, as long as what you're looking for is to be mauled by a Uyghur. Check out this great customer testimonial.
I was at this store and a Weagle ate my face. But I had some good deals.
There you go. So that's right. I'm not just every other position in the government. I am now the Snorsh Junes branch manager. Although I'm sadly having to resign that position. But that's okay because we have 3 Weagles standing on top of each other in a trench coat who are taking over. Maulings will be up 30%. Okay, bye everybody.
I kind of want like a angry Weagle, like, you know, in the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, he like takes his little dog and puts like the reindeer antler on its head.
Yeah.
I kind of want like an angry Weagle with like the reindeer antler on its head and like a red nose or whatever for Christmas. What's up?
Sorry. No, I just want to double check the sub list.
All right, so
Some of the chat are just learning about the British comedian Graham Stark.
Oh.
oh,
Yes.
He did die in 2013, but at the age of like 92.
Ha-ha.
So
There could be only one. You outlived him.
Yes.
All right.
I had an advantage having only.
All right. Who's
very
next?
recently been
Spaghetti
born.
Fupped. Yes, that's on both
Yes,
lists.
spaghetti fupped.
Good. Yeah, because there's definitely things on
I'm
here
actually
that are not
I'm
on
actually
here.
downloading the subscriber spreadsheet to double check.
Merry Christmas, Lur. Aw, thank you.
Merry Christmas, Lur.
All right. Fighting in user ID trenches. This will be, I guess. When we last left our hero, he had escaped from the user ID island, pursued by user ID natives. After previously having escaped being keel-hauled by user ID pirates, where he had gone to hide out. After he had been involved in a user ID war when he was on the run from the user ID name factory. But now things are looking up. He has joined the war, but again on a different, better, more ethical side, and now he is fighting in the user ID trenches. That's right, terrible trench warfare, bad sandwiches and rations, mud and user IDs everywhere. Will our hero survive the user ID trenches? I don't know, but what we can be sure of on user ID Christmas, perhaps both sides will have a détente and then play some football and then get yelled at by their superiors. Tune in next week to see what happens in the terrible user ID war. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you, and good night.
Yeah.
Good night and good luck.
Yeah.
Spaghetti fupped.
Spaghetti fupped. Oh, yes, I missed that one.
You jumped it.
I jumped it. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go grab some food.
Yeah.
Which is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be back very soon for the Jiplup.
Can you... I'm really hungry. I want food.
I can
Yeah.
get you food.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be great.
Just text me what you want.
Okay.
Actually, I know what I want. I want lox on a bagel, please.
All right.
Delicious lox on a bagel.
Could you text me what their special is today?
It is chicken with rosemary and garlic aioli and caramelized onions on focaccia bread.
Oh, that one again. That, please.
I remembered from earlier.
Failing that, BLT. All right.
All right.
Spaghetti fupped. No, I'm okay.
Spaghetti fupped. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a cool new way to let adults know what you think of them? Yeah, that scans. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a cool new way to let the adults know what you think of them? Why not try Spaghetti fupped? Pretend I am a child and this man is an adult.
I don't much appreciate the things that you're doing because I don't understand the world today.
Hey, Gramps, how about just you go Spaghetti fupped?
I don't understand what that means.
Ha! Deal with it. See, there you go. It's a fantastic insult because it sounds a lot dirtier than it is. You will confuse adults and bring joy to your fellow Utes.
I'm utterly baffled.
That's right. But hey, look at this teenager. Hey, man. Do you know what we should tell all the adults to do?
No, I have to go watch the Teen Choice Awards.
No, we should tell the Teen Choice Awards to Spaghetti fupped because they're not the voice of our generation.
That's right, Taylor Swift is.
That's right. Spaghetti fupped is useful in all contexts.
I'm gonna shake it off.
Homework, essays, Taylor Swift tribute videos, meeting Taylor Swift herself, Taylor Swift erotic fanfiction, Taylor Swift self-congratulatory poetry, non-erotic Taylor Swift fanfiction, other Taylor Swift uses. Spaghetti fupped is all the rage amongst the Taylor Swift fan base. Also among Taylor Swift. You know what her cat's named? Spaghetti fupped. Seriously? No, not really. Okay, bye. I don't know. I lost it. I couldn't keep it straight.
Only 2 more.
Really?
Yep.
What about all these other ones?
There's more, but there's only 2 more in the 15.
Okay.
Song of the Tachikomas.
Song of the Chechicomas. Oh, it's so sad. But I guess no spoilers in case people haven't seen what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And this show is a lot newer, so I would feel very bad about spoiling it.
All Mankind. The problem is I don't know offhand what's a good like pop culture reference to make because I try to keep up to I try to keep up on that stuff. So
you can totally tell Iggy Azalea to get to Spaghetti fupped.
Yeah, I'm definitely still cognizant of what's what's cool these days. And I know that because when the new Weird Al album came out, there's a bunch of people on Twitter being like, I don't know any of these songs. And I'm like, I don't listen to the radio and I've heard every single one of them.
It's because you're a man of the internet.
Because I pay attention to what the kids are into.
You're a hip young thing with the moves that'll shake the hips.
Well, that's not true.
I don't know. You can shake your hips pretty nice.
I'm trying to stay hip and fresh. I'm getting a hip replacement.
All right. Who's next? Song of the Tachikomas.
Song of the Tachikomas.
Hey, everybody. Have you ever wanted to explore complicated issues of the self and philosophical ideas about what makes a human being and what makes self-awareness and what it means to be alive?
Not on a Monday.
Well, how about Tachikoma Days? That's right. Those little stupid shorts from the end of Ghost in the Shell SAC are actually incredibly sophisticated and like meditations on what it means to be a person and self-aware and the nature of reality. I just split my Fitbit band. That's super irritating.
Holy shit.
But anyhow, that's right. So if you want to see some interesting, weird stuff, tune into Tachikomatic Days, and then all of that stuff actually pays off at the end of the series. But no spoilers. Good. Although we've kind of spoiled it.
Speaking of spoiling, fighting in user ID trenches. Hey, so I'm sending Loading Ready around a small holiday present. Where can I get a can of club soda?
I feel like
I think you misinterpreted what I was saying. Camel Knack Ramblehort. By the way,
what?
That's a great name.
What?
No, he said, I'm hip. I'm totally into Weird Al, said Graham. This is like, no, the point is that I know the songs.
Then you got the Weird Al references.
Yeah.
That's super irritating.
Yeah, wow, that got... Oh.
It's like split up there. I've never seen that happen before.
Huh.
So, well, that's 2 Fitbit bands I've been through.
Where did you get your name, by the way? Because I love that name.
What? Camel Knack Ramblehort?
Yeah. Is that another misheard Engelbert Humperdinck? Or Benedict Cumberbatch?
The Gits dub is... and actually, Adipie says, spoilers, the Gits dub is better than the sub. Come at me, bros.
We've talked about this on stream before.
I agree, because that show is incredibly wordy. And
it's so wordy.
And if you spend...
Political intrigue.
Yeah, there's a lot of intrigue and long sentences and stuff, and if you read it, you will miss the beautiful visuals, because you will spend all your time reading. So there you go.
It is Benedict Cumberbatch, all right. Terrible plan.
Oh, that seems like perfect for me. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, everybody, are you looking for something to do this year and you've got some time on your hands and taste for adventure? Why not come on down to Kathleen's Warehouse of Terrible Plans? I've got all of these ideas I've come up with over the years. None of them were good enough for me, but maybe they'll be good enough for you. For example, how about that time I wanted to tape Twizzlers to everybody's nipples and have them get around and like fight like this and then see who could knock the Twizzlers off first? Why would that be a good idea? Would that even be a good video? You know what? It's a terrible plan. It's just sitting there on the shelf for you to grab if you want them. What about the time I thought maybe I could do that but with sparklers, and then the part of my brain that is smart said everybody will get horrific facial burns, and the part of my head that likes seeing horrific facial burns went, yeah, that's fine, good, bring it on, burn away. But you know what? That plan also up for grabs. You know what? You give me some ideas about what you're planning, and I'll give you a terrible plan. For example, what is your favorite band?
I don't know.
Well, how about we take that band and pickle them, put them in a barrel, bury them in soft peat for 3 years and see what comes out. I bet it's a skeleton, but you don't know until you try. Kathleen's Terrible Plans. Come on down today. What?
That was really good.
I think I broke Graham.
Hi.
Hi. All right, who's next?
Well, that was it.
Oh, so everybody else is just amuse-bouches.
So,
amuse-bouches.
Welcome and thank you.
Amuse-bouches.
Welcome and thank you to the premature obituary for year. But remember, the year of lure may be coming to an end, but the year may be coming to an end, but the lure continues.
Yeah, that was the year of lure.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because
we've decided we like the streaming so much, we're going to keep doing it.
We're going to keep doing streaming, we're going to keep podcasting, and also we don't actually want to, like, wrap all this up and get new jobs, because we don't really have any other
Some people in the YouTube comments were like, but I thought you were stopping and going away forever. And we're like, no, we never said that. Actually, I came up with my new favorite phrase. We were exhaustively clear about this. It is only the sketches.
But the sketches are a huge part of what we do, and then, hey, maybe...
But now we have so much time to do other things. I've got so many things I want to try.
And we have, like, an R&D development budget.
You're going to like them.
And I'm really excited. And it's going to be neat. We're going to do cool things that aren't sketches, but are also fun and extremely interesting to watch. But we're also going to be still streaming and podcasting and do all the things that you like. And I'm still going to be editing Feed Dump. And
yeah, we'll be here next week.
Still going to be doing Unskippable.
That's why it's a premature obituary for the year.
So it's all very exciting. So
someone else actually...
see a lot of us.
Someone else was like, so we're paying you to talk in front of a camera, play video games, and do a 30-second sketch. And I responded, I think that's being incredibly reductive. Just like it's like a movie director. You just get paid to tell people where to point a camera.
Also,
or like an accountant, you just get paid to do math.
Also,
you get
that's a better value proposition than you get from a lot of other Patreons and crowdfunding platforms.
Yeah, fair enough.
So there. We might be doing bullshit, but we're giving you a lot of it. Anyhow. It's going to be neat. There's going to be lots of cool stuff that you can see, and we're excited about working on it. And there won't be weekly sketches, but you'll still... no! Monsieur Squirrel, we are still doing crap shots. 2 crap shots a week. And other stuff. So this, and podcasts, and crap shots, and Feed Dump, and Friday nights, and Unskippable.
Mm-hmm. John Cia. Patreon is for lurvers. Patreon is for lurvers.
Ooh, c'est bon, says Monsieur Squirrel. I love that he's French.
John Cia, I'm gonna try and finish editing the tennis video after GPLP today.
Yes, that's what you're doing.
There's a lot of footage.
It's big.
There's so much. We love doing the crap shots. Camel Knack Ramble Hort. Caiaphas, subscribe. Thank you, Caiaphas.
Caiaphas.
Hopefully you convinced...
I thought your name was Clap Fast. Clap Fast? That sounds like a disease. If you put drugs in your taint, you'll get clap fast. Don't do that, Caiaphas.
Hopefully you managed to convince Pilate to crucify Jesus Christ. Vex's...
Or don't. Change history. You know what? Fuck history. Screw that shit up. Let's see what happens. Do it, Caiaphas. You can do it.
Vex's vexing vexexitude.
Vexexitude?
Yes. We know
Vex's vexing vexexitude.
We know who Scott Steiner is. It's this
I
guy.
do?
That guy.
I did not know who that is.
Big Papa Pump. Obviously. The genetic freak. Jeez, Kathleen.
Vex's vexing vexexitude.
I'd find vex very vexing.
Wait, what's other words that start with vex?
It's hard to get rid of them, too.
Vulpine. Vociferous.
Oh, that's good, Lee Benningfield. We need to give them a vexectomy.
Oh. When you give a vulpine vexectomy...
Caiaphas is named after Caiaphas Kane from Warhammer 40k.
Oh, whoops. You goon.
Nothing to do with Jesus Christ Superstar.
Well, that's okay.
All right. Well, good. I bid you good, Emperor.
Vex's vexing vexexitude when they have a vexectomy. It's quite vomit-worthy.
Yeah. G. Stark versus Scott Steiner.
G. Stark versus Scott Steiner in the match of the century. That's right. Scott Steiner. It's an elbow to the neck and a chair to the head and a fist to the face.
My plan
and
is
a poke in the chin.
My plan is to hide.
Scott Steiner isn't a machine. He's an animal. He's just hammering Stark. Stark, what is your comeback plan?
My plan is to hide between his pecs because he can't actually reach me in there.
All right, let's see if it works.
His arms don't move.
Arr! Oh my goodness, I, Scott Steiner, have been tamed by the power of hugs. I realize you're punching me, but it feels like you're hugging me. Oh yes, bring it in for a hug.
Ow,
I renounce my
ow.
wrestling career.
No, please let go. Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My shoulder's still messed up.
I renounced my wrestling career, and now I just have a snuggling career. Thank you for reforming me.
I don't really want to
Mr.
snuggle
Stark.
Scott Steiner either.
I'm so sweaty.
Look at this man. Look.
I'm touching you.
I don't want to cuddle that.
I'm touching you.
Does he have to wear the chainmail cowl while we cuddle?
I'm touching you.
I don't like it.
Touching you.
No. It's some sort of sidewalk slam. L'amour. Too edgy. And the last person who subscribed today was
Scott Steiner approved of this.
Well, thank you. And the last sub today is Merry Christmas, LRR.
Merry Christmas, loading ready, run. You band of fucking miscreants who just sit around making funny bullshit all day instead of working down into pit like I did. Back when I was a child, I was lucky if Christmas was a half tin of sardines that my dad would beat me in half with. Nowadays, you get streams and Christmas at the same time and nobody bisects you. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. To pit. To house.
This has been CheckPoint.
Uphill, in the snow, both ways. I'm Irish now.
Paul and I will be back shortly
I'm gonna have a nap.
for GPLP. We're going to be playing more of
Bunch of fucking miscreants.
we're going to be playing more Bound by Flam, which is a game that is functional enough to actually be not that bad to play, but silly enough that we're having fun making fun of it.
What?
So yeah, we're gonna play some commercials. Appreciate it if you let those run.
Muscular Squirrel says he's never been beaten in half with a tin of sardines, but he's now very curious.
And yeah. Paul and I will be back in about 15-20 minutes to play
I do need hopsicles.
some video games. Thank you so much for joining us today on CheckPoint, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. This is probably, whoops, this is probably wrong. Back in 10, you know what?
I'd say like 15.
We're going to give us, you know what, I'm going to be
fucking
generous.
miscreants.
I'm going to be generous and change this to a 20. There we go.
Fucking miscreants.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'm turning off the mic now.
No! Okay, bye.